Hello, everybody. This is the 16th of May, 2018. I'm looking a bit down because I'm not looking a bit up because I have all my notes here. So, welcome to another SUMO community meeting this week. We have Chris, we have Ryan, we have Roland, we have myself in the room. Rachel was supposed to be with us, but she just jumped into the room and, yeah, did her thing and then went out. So, hey. But we also have. I think we have MKLL lurking as usual. I'm just going to check IRC, what's going on there. The agenda has been posted to IRC. I think we're ready to roll. There are quite a few exciting updates. There are some action items from last week. And by the way, if you're wondering where the hell all the board games are, I'm in Berlin. Most of the team is in Berlin. We're meeting. We're going to talk about this in a second, actually. We're going to give you some more details about this. But without further ado, because we're a bit after the hour, let's go with the agenda and let's start with the action items from last week. So I was supposed to check the availability of all meeting notes. We had the notes exported by Kadir indeed. So if anybody, including anybody in the meeting right now or anybody watching this meeting later or reading the Etherpad later, is interested in those notes, do send me a message. I will definitely send them to you. They're not confidential or anything. They just got stored in a zip file in an archive because of the Etherpad issues back in the day. So we do have an archive of this. And given the recent Etherpad issues with the current iteration of Etherpad, I think we should do another archive run because all the Etherpads were gone for quite a while, which raised a lot of hairs on a lot of people's necks. But yeah. Also, I don't know if this is an action item from last week, but welcome, Ryan. Hello.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Yeah. Introduce yourself, if you may.
Yeah, so I'm Ryan Sipes. I'm the Thunderbird Community Manager, and this is my first of these. And I'm hoping that I can help answer questions or fill in the Thunderbird-centric stuff.
There you go. Thank you for the introduction. So great to have you on board. Great to have you in the meeting. I'm pretty sure there will be things popping up because Thunderbird is going strong. Definitely people out there using it and people out here supporting it. So welcome. Yeah. So okay, moving onwards to the roundtable items. We had a thread in the forums and a document put together by Zipix about the proposal for email support. It has not gone unnoticed, so to speak. So we have been talking about this while in Berlin here, and we have been discussing this, the whole team. We will definitely post an update on the thread soon. Right now, we are in a very, very big brainstorm / research report / many different things around the future of SUMO cycle for the next day or so. So this was the first day today, and there's another day tomorrow. So our brains are quite busy with other things, but we will definitely get back to that thread and post the team's thoughts and results of the discussion that we had. So yeah, there's a note about the Etherpads disappearing and reappearing. Indeed, and I think we should totally go over to the product updates.
Oh, hello. Hello. Firefox 60.01 to fix a bug with garbage collection will be out soon. I don't know if it's out yet. And we also may issue a Firefox 60.01 for mobile for the S8 crash, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Prophetic, Firefox for Android, too many names. And we are proceeding with Firefox for Focus 5.0 for in a week or two or soon. Yeah, if you have noticed any issues in SUMO, Reddit, somewhere on the internet with the Firefox's 60, please post in the thread. The Firefox for Android thread or the Firefox desktop thread on the SUMO contributor forums. I don't know if Ryan, if you want to share any Thunderbird updates, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. We've got 52.8 coming, which is a point release for our stable Thunderbird release. So it's that will address some of this not so fun e-tail stuff that you may have seen is this week. And then 60 is going, which is our next stable release, is going to probably be the first week of, or the first week of June. We're not 100% sure on that, but we'll keep folks posted as we move forward to that big release.
I think that's
Perfect.
it. Product updates.
I just had one note. I mean, maybe Ron, maybe you're aware of that as well, because I think I noticed this somewhere in blog posts. We will have a 10-week release schedule, like a 10-week release window, not an 8-week, sorry, not a 6-week release. Was that correct? Like for one of the upcoming Firefox releases?
So Firefox, not Thunderbird. The
Yeah,
Firefox for Android and Firefox for Windows. We have been on a since rapid release started, which was I can't even remember. We have been on a 6 to 7 week release cycle. We are trying to move to 7 or 8 weeks. We may have an exception of 10 weeks. I don't know. But we're not going to change to 10 weeks because 10 weeks is too long for Firefox anyways.
I'm just copying
That
this
would
from.
be an exception if that happens. Maybe around all hands or maybe around American holidays or European holidays or something. But yeah, I'm unaware of a permanent change to our release cadence that's as big as 10 weeks.
Yeah, so yeah, we have this. I picked it up from the LTN blog because this is where I saw it. Sorry, I just have to do a very quick lookup. The nightly cycle for 63 will be 10 weeks instead of 8, but that's a nightly cycle only. Sorry, so yeah, that's.
Well, no, and that's the entire cycle. That's fine. That's just one release.
Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to make sure that people don't get confused like I did. So
it's okay. All right.
Moving onward.
Leaving in 3 minutes.
Yeah, you're free to go whenever you want. Moving onwards, we have the cool news of the week. So from MKLL, if you remember the open source beer Mozilla was working on, so there was an open source beer. To be honest, I don't remember, but I don't remember anything about beer anyway. There is a cool option for those who are not the legal drinking age. We have an open source soda. So there's, yeah, I remember seeing somewhere that there was like Ubuntu soda at some point, or Ubuntu mineral water. I don't remember.
There is, but I don't think it's related to the project.
Indeed, there is a Norwegian soda called Tuyen Cola. Okay, I should have asked. We had a Norwegian in the room today. If I known this earlier, I would have asked him about that. Also, like I already said, so we've been meeting the whole day today, the 4 of us here, so Patrick, Rachel, Madalena, and myself, with one of the researchers from the Copenhagen Institute of Design, and with 2 researchers from a Danish metrics analysis agency, so to speak. Like they dug deep into our data available in the database and so on. And we've been looking at also at comparative studies with different support platforms out there when it comes to the way the community works and how the support is organized for the people providing the support, meaning contributors. And there has been a lot of stuff happening. There was a lot of talking. There was a lot of brainstorming, taking notes, idea exchanging, and whatnot. There will be more of that tomorrow, so I'm not going to give you anything just yet. And we will need some time to digest and come up with some sort of a nice summary for everybody, because there's a ton of stuff. I mean, you know, we spent 9 hours on this. Well, let's say 8. Okay, there was a lunch break, but like constant talking about different things and looking at different pieces of research that was conducted over a month. So a lot of data to get acquainted with. And yeah, that will be summarized and explained a bit later on. But there will be some interesting things to talk about. So we're definitely looking forward to sharing more details with you. For now, just a lot of stuff happening. Tomorrow it's the same in a way, so it's going to be even more of the same. Yeah, but really exciting things. You will know more when we, like I said before, digest it a bit and summarize it and make it easier to just go through in a well, in a smaller time scale, I would say, because you don't want to spend 2 days on that. So yeah. And then Ryan, you're talking about eFail. Can you expound on that? Like,
Sure, I'd love to. This was just a big hot topic in the world of email this week. It is a vulnerability where it allows people, bad people, attackers to gain access to the plain text of encrypted emails. And early on, the information about this started coming out to the public Monday, and there were quite a few pieces of misinformation there. So I thought I'd spend a little bit talking about how you're affected if you're using Thunderbird. And the way that you could be affected using Thunderbird is if you have remote content enabled on the encrypted emails that you're receiving. So what I would tell people is if you mitigate the possibility of getting got by this attack, you can actually disable remote content. It is by default disabled in Thunderbird, but if you've turned it on, you can go into your preferences and into the privacy tab and turn off remote content. And then whenever you do receive an email with remote content, it will ask you, do you want to enable it for this email? And if it's an encrypted email, I would say, no, don't do that. The problems that allow for that attack to happen should be patched in 52.8 and 52.8.1, which are coming this week and probably next week. So until then, I would just tell anybody who's watching this and using Thunderbird for encrypted email, keep that remote content disabled, at least for encrypted messages. So that's my PSA for our SUMO.
Perfect. That's very important information. Thank you for that, Ryan. I also added a link to efail.de where there's a bit, there's initial explanation. There's a lot of stuff.
And we have a blog post on it too, and I'll post that in the doc.
Please do, absolutely. It's open there for everybody to use and edit. Perfect, great. Thank you for that information. And moving onwards to the platform update. As usual, if you want to have, I just forgot to put the agenda, but if you want to add your platform meeting agenda items, there's the agenda document where you can do so, and that will mean that we're going to have an agenda meeting. But if there's nothing on the agenda for tomorrow, there won't be a meeting to save time and space. I am wondering if there's going to be a meeting at all, because again, this is going to be the end of our very long day of design and data discussions and comparison studies and so on. But maybe there will be. If there's something burning about the platform, we should definitely talk about it. On the other side, on the other hand, we have a few mock-ups to share with you. So there's three mock-ups created by our designers regarding the visually updated version of SUMO. And these are just proposals and explorations. So this is by no means us saying, oh yeah, this is the way the website is going to look in a month. This is just an initial look into this, trying to update the visuals to make it a bit more fitting for the current Mozilla style. So that we're using Mozilla's fonts, like the official ones, redefining a bit the way things are going to look in the tiles, changing a bit the way topic trees are going to look, and so on. All this is a proposal. It's a how would you say it? You could say it's a prototype. It's not really working yet, but yeah, I mean, there will be more workable versions of this as upcoming iterations. And this redesign will be affecting user-facing pages first. So generally, it may affect the way the knowledge base looks first. Then we're going to look at the forum. Generally, yeah, we'll see how the designers approach this. If we will give them first our own feedback, and then we're going to gather feedback from you, they will probably be incorporating that into the redesign as well, the redesign proposal. So for now, this is just kind of a spoiler or a heads up. More to come later. I'm pretty sure Madalena will have more to say as well next week about this, and Joni as well. So yeah, I noticed MKLL's note about the dark mode button. Who knows? Or maybe we should just have an extension. write an add-on or just write a user style to do that. I mean, I'm using my own user style for the current website, so it works quite nice for dark mode. Moving onwards, contributors of the week, MKLL, nominated by Saburo for raising the important bug from user comments and working with Mozilla staff and contributors to investigate the issue. There is a whole bug on it indeed. Quite a serious big thing about locales changing just on their own. So yeah, the update apparently broke or changed the locale automatically without the users agreeing to anything for some users. There is a bug. Please investigate that if you're interested or if you're affected. You can see the bug ID and the URL and the Etherpad. Once again, thanks MKLL for noticing this and investigating and providing a lot of answers to the questions posed by people on that thread. And yeah, great to have you on board to help with that. Quite a quirky, unusual bug. This is what bugs usually are. You just have things happening that you were not expecting, and this is definitely a case of that. Let's get on with the show and move to the knowledge base and internet updates. We've had over 300 revisions in the last 7 days. Thank you so much for working on all the different stuff related to 60 and not only updating different things. There is a LTNN report, let's say global LTNN report by the LTNN team, the May edition of it. So it's already the 5th month. Indeed, we're in the middle of it. And oh yeah, sorry, I should have actually put it in here under moving things in the agenda last minute. Remember that the LTNN community events this year are kind of a joint affair. So basically, it's up to people in the community to decide that they want to run an event. There is a special process for localization events that is not super hard or super complicated, but it just makes it easier for people to just say, hey, I want to run a localization event. What do I do? There is a way to go through the process. We have things in place. If you want to organize an LTNN event, let me know and I can direct you to all the resources, or you can find the resources on the wiki page link and on the blog post link in the Etherpad. Yeah. That said, we haven't received any requests just yet, so I'll keep you posted. If I hear about any events happening, you will hear about it in this meeting, or if you're in a community that is local to the event, I'll try to contact you if I can figure out when exactly it's happening. I think with the summer season coming, right now soon, it's going to be quite easy for many people to just meet over a weekend because it's going to be a bit, well, the pressure is going to be a bit smaller on a lot of people. It's not winter, so people don't have to work hard. So weekends can be probably spent locally. Anyway, me babbling is not really a good thing here, so we're moving onwards. A reminder about the spring cleaning coming up in June. So I will be sending emails or other types of messages your way for some of the locales that are mentioned in the post and in the spreadsheet link from the post, asking about the future engagement for certain locales. In SUMO, we're going to be trying cutting down basically the technical workload on our platform, because we don't want to have a lot of locales that are not active, and the more pages or the more variations of locales we have added, the bigger always the chance that something is going to break just because we have different redirects in different places. So that's coming up as well for LTNN. It will hit you in the inbox, so you will definitely notice it one way or another if your locale will be considered for the cleanup. And I'm going to try and do my best impression of Rachel, although maybe that's not the best idea. But since she's not here in the meeting, I'm just going to go through her notes for the support forum. Huge thanks for everybody, to everybody for participating in the SUMO days. There have been new names in the forums. There has been a lot of action as well. Huge thanks to Saburo, Noah, CM, Guardian Major, Jonatas, MKLL, Noah, and Saburo again. Oh, they're here double. I'm actually going to clean this up a bit. Apparently they got double kudos. But basically, thank you for being there, because this was quite an intense week with things happening and users complaining as usual. So you did an awesome job there. Thank you so much. On the social support side, so yeah, this is the update that was already mentioned by me, but Japanese users had their Firefox installs changed to English upon updating to Firefox 60. So you just have to run the Firefox installer from the let's say source server. So just get the release straight from the FTP that we have for the downloads. You shouldn't be using the automated process for this. You can fix it easily. In general, this is a bug, of course, so it's being investigated and being resolved. But yeah, there is fortunately a quick fix for that. And thank you, MKL, for being there, noticing this, escalating this. Once again, really well done. Thank you for that. And for, yeah.
Does it have to be an FTP link?
All right.
Does it have to be an FTP link? Can we not link to the Mozilla website?
I think this was the link suggested in like it's going straight to the directory for the installer, which is in the file. So I don't know. I mean, this was suggested, I think, in the bug. I haven't read the whole bug, but I think that's just getting the installer.
Because I know those don't go through a load balancer. I'm pretty sure they don't. So if we can link to a different URL.
Okay. So MKL, you're online. Sorry, I'm just going to. Okay. Of course, I have to install things. I think it's gonna work. I mean, we would need somebody. Yeah. So for Japanese, it renders correctly, but then let's take a look at Japanese 64. It seems to be serving the same file. I assume that could work as well. Yeah, I mean, it should. Okay, so yeah. So I'm just going to, thank you, Chris. So I'm just going to update this for this, and then, because it should, yeah, it's definitely serving the same. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you for that. That was very useful. Moving onward, we had 33 replies in reply by buffer. Did anyone use the new Mozilla support account? Was it useful? Do give Rachel feedback if you've been using reply. And there's going to be actually a meeting. I think they are in a meeting right now about buffer as well. So there may be some updates from that direction. I have no idea what about, but hey, there's a meeting going on right now. For casual contributors, big welcomes to Karuem, and also big greetings and thanks for continuous support for Shihan Sanvir, Let's Gameplay HD, Random Firefox User, MKLL, Hello SCT1. Oh wow, reading all these is so much fun always. Peter421, Asa, John Bell, and Guardian Major. And as usual, CM, Hostmaster, Christoph, Zepix, Mick, Salim, Sharaf, Win, and Noah. Thank you so much for being there and social and promoting quick and reliable help through Twitter. Okie dokie. I think somebody's playing around with pasting things into the Etherpad, or the Etherpad itself is just messing around. But never mind. We are moving onwards to the help needed section. And we're going to be wrapping up because it's almost the end of the meeting. So the SUMO day is over, technically speaking, but the questions are still coming in indeed. Take a break, drink water, relax. We're through the worst, I would say, regarding the last release. Hopefully, knock on wood. But yeah. Okay. Apparently, Kaspersky was causing the issue. Okay, so the one with the Japanese update. Or it was not only Japanese, it was actually non-US locales as well. So, well, anyway, Thank you for that, MKL. One more time, thank you for investigating. And I'm going to give everybody a minute, check IRC, see if there's anything happening on IRC or Slack or anywhere else. And if there are no other updates, I will be very glad to just put my brain into a jar and let it rest for a while, because as you can see, I'm a bit rattled because just the amount of stuff going through my head over the last few hours, a bit too much. So it's kind of hard to focus, but I do appreciate your patience.
Well, I have something I want to bring up.
Please do.
If I understand correctly, there's a new Thunderbird icon for Thunderbird 60.
That's right.
So we're going to need to update the icons on SUMO. So what's the best way to get that accomplished?
Okay, so this is an action item for me to check with Joni, because this is what we usually do. We go through Joni to update the icons. I think we have a way of doing this for the admin tool. Otherwise, it's just a matter of uploading things through GitHub. So basically, updating things via GitHub through a pull request. But yeah, I'm just going to put it in here. To the latest icon. Okay. Yeah. And I'll get back to you before next week, because it's definitely better to have this information fast. I just have to check two things: whether it's possible to do from the admin tools, and if not, how do we put in the pull request to GitHub and where exactly it should go? Because I haven't done any icon updates in quite a while, so. But yeah, it's definitely doable. That's the good news. If it wouldn't be doable, then we're in deep trouble. Okay, thank you for this question, Chris. Anything else? Going once, going twice, going thrice, and that means that we are going to maybe meet tomorrow for the platform meeting, and definitely meet next week for the community meeting as well. In the meantime, you know where to find us. You know how to get in touch with us. Please use all the possible channels. Looking forward to seeing you around the internet. Stay SUMO, and yeah, keep rocking the open web, people. Thank you so much for being here, and take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me, guys.